Hello everyone and welcome back to Divinity Original Sin 2 and of course to Dark Horde Gaming. I am Dark Horde and this is Gaming. Now last we left off we had just met Losa and started our experience in Fort Joy, and let's just get back into it. The guy here harassing these guys, so we'll talk to him.
Help me teach this beast. He must respect.
Respect? Huh. Someone's got to keep this place running. Griff can't do it for free. Why'd you gotta make this so hard?
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
I'm gonna turn the volume up right quick.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff, especially not one of you. You two ought to be thanking your lucky gods it's us, and not the Magisters enforcing round here. A fool never knows what they've got till it's well and gone. Now come on, elf. If you make me say it again, there's gonna be trouble.
And neither will I.
We got a system, and it looks like you don't want to fit in.
Looks like you might want to die. Yep. Yeah, it looks like you definitely want to die. Sorry, Prince. You'll heal from this, though.
Follow me before more of them trouble us.
I've an errand to run around here first. I'll catch.
Remember, past the kitchens, down to the beach, inside the caves there. There is a safe place.
The man rolls his sleeves back down and casually wipes some blood from his cheek. He nods at you, the shadow of a smile on his lips.
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops.
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours. He grips your hand tight as a vice and pauses. His fingertips feel your finger bones. His eyes narrow, but a moment later he shrugs and smiles.
Good to meet you, lad. Say, you don't look all that busy. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch yours. I've just got a small errand to run, and then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck to collar. How about... I didn't like the look in their eyes. Sure you didn't either.
Very true.
He smiles broadly and looks away. You're not sure, but you could swear he just winked at you. He shrugs, looking off to the side.
Mercenaries. It's a job. My job. The usual way. Haphazard, terrifying, and drenched in blood. Haven't quite worked out the details yet, but I'll wager
kinda
it'll be
like his
no worse than
style.
what'll happen if we stay put. 2 heads are better than 1, and when push comes to shove, 4 fists are better than 2, right?
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Should keep more of our blood in. Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, I've got other skills. What do you need?
Yeah, we've got a fighter, a knight, and an enchanter. On we
What
go.
good's an outlaw who can't command the shadows? I've dabbled enough to know I've an affinity for the darker arts, but I'm a quick learner. What's your preference?
Yeah, I think a necromancer. Or actually, yeah.
Can do. Onward.
He scans the horizon for threat.
Right you are. Lead the way.
Good, good. Oh. Good. Oh, we'll get to that.
So, time to find this Boris fellow.
Boris.
If a magister flies us on you, you forget my name here.
Everything now? Good.
So this is Fort Joy. Leave him be. Don't make me say it again.
Listen, I can help you if you just...
Shut up, elf. This clown, caught him stealing from my kitchen. Still won't say where he stashed my supplies. Sound like someone you'd let off with a slap on the wrist. Caught him red-handed trying to make off with a second crate after he took the first. Went down like a rent boy when we grabbed him. Easy. Supplies. Crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet.
Let me
Also,
get
what
back
is
the
my
goods.
supplies? Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you got yourself a deal. Ain't been here long, have ya?
He twirls his knife between his
Divine's gone. This blade is the only god watching over Fort Joy.
Alright, I will go find your crate of food.
Corpses.
The creature heaves through lips gummed with human gore. It turns to you with great effort, pain apparent in every movement, and madness screams from its wide, bloodshot eyes.
You. Quite lost. Quite lost. Careful. or they'll cross your wires.
What I forgot to mention, yes, this is the third episode I'm recording without internet access, so unfortunately I won't be able to get them up in time to see comments before I do them, because the internet guy really needs to flip that switch. Everything's set up, they just need to flip a fucking switch and I can have my internet again. But yeah, so any comments I will not have seen, and I apologize, but it is what it is.
Now, a little query. Where grows the yarrow? Quickly now, for I haven't much time.
The creature gingerly takes the plant into his bloodied hands. He
And this
runs
is
his
why we
fingertips
needed the
over
yarrow.
white flowers. His panting breath slows.
Darling, dear darling child. Hello, yarrow girl. Can it really be you?
The creature clenches the plant tightly. His breath quickens. He seems liable to lunge at you at the drop of a pin.
You wouldn't understand. A father's pride, a father's love.
The creature begins to weep. Fast, silent tears spill from his eyes as he clutches the little cluster of flowers to his heart.
For you, my ring, part of me, name of Migo. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome, Migo. You are very welcome. I didn't really want to pick that up.
It's been too long, my dear.
There you go, my darling.
Pretty.
Now let's see if I can remember where we find the citrus. Probably where Sybil is looking.
Just as you're about to address the lizard, the Red Prince bars you with an outstretched arm.
This man is a dreamer. As you know, I need a word with him. You may wait here while I speak. Permission indeed.
He bids the dreamer stand up and pay attention, which he does in a groveling and awkward manner. The dreamer then chews and swallows a handful of Drudene leaves before slipping into a trance-like state. He falls asleep. To your surprise, the Red Prince lies down and follows suit. After about half an hour, they wake up and begin to discuss what they saw in their dreams. The Red Prince pinches the bridge of his nose in apparent irritation before turning his back on the jabbering dreamer. You receive a withering glance in response.
A deserved bit of sarcasm, I suppose. But though this sting-tailed fellow may be a less than stellar specimen in the firmament of dreamers, the dreams themselves prove to be quite elucidating.
Oh, do they?
Turns out I'm being hunted by an enemy I didn't know actually existed. The myth-shrouded House of Shadows. The dreamers, though, they're on my side. And they've visions of me on the throne. Of course it is. I was born with the promise of an empire, and that promise will be kept.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
But to keep it, I must find a second dreamer. A greater one. A more experienced traveler of the dream world. Bahara is her name, and she resides in the swamplands east of the fort. So, let us make our escape and venture there post-haste.
Post-haste, definitely.
I can tell you all about swamp dreamers too if I chewed that much.
What? But it was... Please, tell me. Tell me. Why did you wake me? I was so close, so close. And you smell of burnt hair and barren dreams. But I have the good breeding not to mention it. Supplies? You mean the oranges, I suppose. Though I'd guess Mr. Griff is more upset about the Drudene than the citrus. It's all here, I'm afraid, on my person. You found your thief. But I am anything but one of those sniveling addicts you'll find creeping around the kitchen. I need to dream. I, above all others, it is my vocation, my responsibility, now more than ever. Drudene, it makes you master of all you see when you sleep. The
Oh,
dream
does it
is
now?
not the play actor, but the playwright. It may be hard for you to understand. My kind, we dream for the greater good. What we see can predict the truth, can even shape the truth. But we need Drudene to do it. Before I was caught, before I was brought here, I saw a vision. The void woken, slain, divinity restored. But just as I was about to see how it happened, the Magisters beat down my door. This is my last chance to find out the secret, to find out how to save us all. So you see, I cannot give back the Drudene, not only for myself, but for all of us. My dreams are my gift. They may be our salvation too. You know what has consequences, my friend. Being digested by a void woken. That.
I want that shit. You're gonna give me that shit.
about you?
Griff glances from his blade to you and back again.
Spare the indignation and hand it over. Now. Good boy. Looks like everything's accounted for. Now the important question. Who's the thief?
He raises an eyebrow.
Lizard, but he's dead already.
Looks like someone did my job for me. Your guy's free to go. He should be fine.
It is done. And quickly. I thank you. Very. I hold my end of the bargain. I show you the way out. But I have something more to ask of you. Sahela, a young girl here. I am her protector, and she is everything. A ruler, a seer, a knower, a child. She cannot be lost here. It is for all our people, for the world. Give me your map. I show you the way out. A secret, dangerous, but it leads to freedom.
I give you this amulet. You must pass it to the elves who still remain. Tell them Sahela is here. They will send help. Please. She is important.
I go to her.
And that's what that's for.
A little reprieve from the din outside.
As you approach the young elf, Losa suddenly grabs your arm. Her hand is damp. Her face looks pale.
Hey, listen, I don't know why, but you mind?
She darts over to the elf without responding. They begin talking in earnest, more quietly than you can overhear. Losa suddenly snatches up both the elf's hands and leans close to her. Her voice rises.
You have to tell me.
The whites of Losa's eyes fade to grey, then black. The color runs into her veins, crisscrossing her skin like lightning. She keeps hold of Sahela's hands.
It rises in you even now, Losa. Do not let it. You must be strong. Be strong. Fight. Fight. You are okay. You are yours. No one else's.
Shut up. Let go. Let go. Let go. I don't want to hurt her. Don't make me.
Losa is rigid as a board, tense with the effort of holding Sahela's hands in tight, painful bunches.
Leave me alone. Leave me. I don't want to.
You are hurting me.
Losa's eyes are black. Sahela's fingers are white under her grasp.
Let me go. Please.
A sinister smile spreads across Losa's lips.
Chatty, chatty elf. Chatty elf with all the answers. I wonder what your blood tastes like.
Losa, please. You must not defend her. She wakes if she is weakened. We must hurt her to protect her, you see?
I bet the elf blood. Let's find out.
She is not herself. You must weaken her to help her.
Well
She
then.
breaks into a huge, childlike...
One friend brings another home. Thank you. He gets better, little by little. We are together. We always get better if we are together. Thank you, my friend. But only you survive the passage. I see it. You are free. We must remain. I see your heart. You want only to help. But if you want to help me, you must go alone.
She squeezes your hand.
I do not forget you. Remember me too. It is good. I see it.
Yeah, I need a helmet.
Amiru.
Back, evil ogre, or I'll get you with my sword! I'll spare you this time, beast. You're really fun. Hey, I'm gonna hide somewhere in the cave, and you come find me. Ready? Go! You found me! Okay, wait. Go!
Let's see if I remember right. He's somewhere over here.
Ooh! Wow! I know how to spell introduce. It's INTRODUCE.
Good job, kid.
This hole is too small for you to squeeze into.
My way is too small for you. You'll have to find another. Hope you brought a shovel.
What's this? I found something.
I'm not opposed to manual labor if circumstances require.
Wither, this is my new friend. He's really smart. You'll like him a lot.
Please, small child, leave me to my ruminations.
But he's really nice and tall. Maybe he can even help you with that thing.
Why? A grown friend? You brought an adult here. Good. Good gods. Can it be? Ah, you, dead walker. Tell me true. Stand you with the source hunters, or do you serve the tyrant Bracchus Rex? Ancient history.
Can it have been so long already? Gods, how the time flies. In my day, your kind were most mysterious. I'd heard only rumors. I'd never met an elf myself. Oh, I've been a cad. It is so shameful for me to ask, but... A wicked king it was, Brachus Rex by name. The Order of the Source Hunters discovered a great horror upon this prison isle, and I was sent to stop it. Yet my failure was absolute. I am not fit to bear the insignia of the Source Hunters any longer. Please, good sir, you must free me. Prise this spear from my chest, where it has been stuck fast for the last 1,000 years. Seize the spear. End this degradation. I beg you. Good sir, you have set my body free, free to crumble to dust at last. But my spirit, blast! I remain trapped in this mouldering skeleton yet. I have heard of such magic, but have never known anyone so foul as to employ it. Brachus Rex, may maggots lace his entrails. After he interred me in this cell, he must have drawn my very soul away from me and stored it elsewhere in the fort. Thus he has bound me entirely to the mundane realm. But I know this place well. I could lead you to its likely location. In turn, you would find a path straight out of this fort. My freedom for yours. What say you?
I'm down.
Marvelous, my friend. Marvelous. You'll first have to get inside the fort itself. There's a secret switch on a statue of the Seven in the courtyard. Surely you know it. The switch will open a hatch, and you'll be led into the prison's main floor. I suspect that within Brachus's phylactery room, you will find the container which ensnares my soul. He has likely disguised it well, but search there for another hidden switch. Brachus would have made me a supplicant, a slave to these walls. With your help, I'll die. At last. With dignity. Death without your soul is no death at all, my
Very
friend.
true.
I was fully briefed about this awful place before I came. My goal was to destroy the fiend who had been marshalling the world's most unwholesome weapons and magic into an army he intended to use against the realm. I never thought I would become one of his victims, and yet, here I am.
Yes, here you are.
Fort Joy is a dangerous place, my friend. Dangerous indeed. Brachus used this place to build an arsenal of terrible weaponry as yet unseen in our world. Here, he and his researchers crafted punishments and snares contrary to human dignity. Objects that could contain souls, wands that could purge the very essence from sorcerers. My order would never have used such barbaric magic against our enemies.
And I think that is where we will end it for today. So, thank you everyone so much for watching. As always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.